Belle, stop, Belle, Belle. So Belle really likes to chase butterflies, but not in the garden. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to RangerRob Country Living channel. Good to see you again. Getting adjusted, and it's another sparkling day here in Central Oregon. It's about 10ish in the morning, so it's pretty decent temperatures. Probably be kind of warm. I see little piglets running around out there. So I got John and Debbie swinging by. They went to the dump for us today. Really appreciate that. And we're going to send them home with some tomatoes. And then tomorrow night we're going to go out to dinner with them. It'll be kind of fun. We definitely owe them a lot of gratitude for the help they've been giving us. And I got some really nice weeds growing here. They almost look like I meant to plant those, huh? But we're going to go take care of the piggies right away. And let's cruise the property a little bit and then see what kind of trouble we can get into. And this weekend, by the way, we're going to probably try to set up a 10 by 20 garage cover thing that we've had sitting in the garage forever, and see if we can't use that for either something to store our hay in or turn into a high tunnel for next year. We'll just have to see. But anyway, let's get out to the piggies here, take care of them real quick, and take a look at the gardens and see what's going on. Well, we got our piggies all fed. Water's looking really good today. You know, they're munching away. They're always, I swear, that's all pigs think about is eating, huh? Huh, baby? It's spiky. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's like, don't bother us, we're eating. All the piglets are out munching away with mom, so they're all doing pretty good. Even the one that's not feeling very good is eating pretty well. That's a really good sign. And I do think that we have improvement going on there. But you know, I filled up food in all the bowls, and they all have to go to one. So they're not the most brilliant, but they are semi-smart. But yeah, and they still like to play. And of course, I stopped by the front of the house, and by the way, I did get a little tomato out of the greenhouse. It's a little San Messino, but this is the time of year, if you look down below here, where I get my little treats. So like here, yeah, it's actually 3. Uh-oh. Anyway, we got a couple there, and holding a camera and picking tomatoes at the same time doesn't always work out so good. And no new tomatoes on that one yet, but that's okay. I think we'll go over here, go sit down for a minute, go enjoy a couple of fresh cherry tomatoes, check on our fishies. They're all doing good. Okay, let's chill out for a minute. Alright guys, I'm in the kitchen, and I want to talk a little bit about my tomatoes and things that we're growing. They're coming of age. So on my windowsill here, you'll see we have a lot of kind of greenish purple tomatoes, and this is a new kind of tomato that we're growing, which I'm sure you've heard of Cherokee purples before, and I'm very excited to get them this time. And what's hard to tell is when they're ready to eat. So tonight we're going to taste test probably this one right here, and you can see it's multiple colored, but a purpley color in the bottom. And then I've got other ones here, same way. I think this one will probably end up sitting a little bit longer. And yeah, so we're kind of anxious to see what the Cherokee purples taste like. I've been waiting, finally growing some of these. And then a lot of times we get tomatoes in all the time. They're not perfect. We'll have cracks some and stuff like that. But once you've been gardening, cracking tomatoes just doesn't bother you. You just cut it off and no big deal. The other thing we've been getting new this year is these new San Macinos. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but they're a small tomato, but they're definitely a meaty tomato, and they have a good flavor. I'm looking forward to that. But the ultimate thing I want to talk about is I have been doing research, and I have some melons outside, and I want to check and see if the little tendril that's at the end of some of my watermelons are dried up or still green. If they're still green, it's not ready. If they're dried up, they're supposed to be ready to pick. So let's go outside and see if any of my watermelons are ready to go. So the reason I'm kind of showing you this stuff is I always urge people to try new things. So this year, Cherokee purples and the tomatoes are brand new to us. San Macinos are brand new to us. And then of course this year, if you looked at last year's videos, you will notice that we've got a whole new garden in here of what I call ground-based kind of plants. Now I'm sure this is going to be a little shaky and wobbly on the camera here, but what? She's chasing butterflies. But I want to take a sample of Belle. Stop, Belle. Belle. So Belle really likes to chase butterflies, but not in the garden. Stop. Stop. Go on. All right, so let's get focused here again. Here is a tomato, a watermelon that we're growing. Now these aren't supposed to be big watermelons, but we want to tell whether or not it's ripe or not. So a lot of people say you tap on them and things like that, but what we're trying to look for is a little tendril type of coming off the top here, and see if it's still green or if it's brown. All right, so I'm taking a look, and here's what I got right here. And this area here, this tendril coming off the off of here into here, this little guy is supposed to be brown, and when it is browned out or dead, basically, it's ready to pick. This one's still green, so it's not ready to go. The other thing you can look for is at the bottom too. I don't want to pick this one up because it's located just right. But once again, this one here, its little tendril is still a little green, but it's starting to die. So this one's pretty close to being ready to go. But this bigger one here, according to what they're saying, is not ready. So once again, we're looking for, it's starting to die, but it's still green. So these are not ready to harvest yet. So that's how we can tell how our melons are doing. And I just noticed I have a cucumber coming. Look at that. Oh, we got another one. Goodness. What else we got here? I got more watermelon over here too. But yeah, this is kind of the bad part about learning about new kind of plants is, when are they ready to harvest? And I'm just kind of, I don't know, brainstorming with you. This is new to me this year. I'm sure you would have the same questions I do. When is this stuff ready to harvest? And we're not ready yet. And of course, we always have the big question is, when is your corn ready? And so, as you can see, right here, we've got corn husks coming in. And the reason I'm concerned is we're getting close to what they said the duration was is 69 days. We're right in that window right now. So what we're looking for is our ears are starting to change colors on the top. So the next thing you want to start doing is starting to feel your way on the corn and feel for softness, and we do not have that yet. So we are definitely not ready to harvest yet. So what we're waiting for now is they got definitely got germinated, but now these need to fill out some, and they say that it fills out from the bottom to the top. And right now all I feel is firmness. So we don't have any soft kernels growing in this yet. So it's definitely too early for this corn, but we're going to look at a couple more just to make sure. So I'm over in a different row, which is also early corn. And once again, I've got husks. They're definitely getting pollinated, but it's amazing how many double I got in here. But what I'm seeing, actually I see a triple. Yeah. But definitely they're not filled out yet. They've got a long ways to go still. But yeah, it's that time now where we need to start monitoring and watching this stuff. So yeah, because the window of opportunity is kind of short and I don't want to miss the window. I thought I'd show you really quick. I saw this at first and didn't know what it was, and then all of a sudden it hit me. So I've got okra growing here, and there, all these little okras are growing on here. And once again, it's new, something new I never grown before. And so found out I need to study and find out when is it time to harvest okra. How do you know when it's ripe? All these new questions. And yeah, look at that. I thought this plant would be a lot taller, but apparently not. So yeah, we actually got some okra. Yeah, I'm gonna have the same questions that come up for some cantaloupe growing here. When do you know when a cantaloupe's ready to harvest? So yeah, I'm just talking out loud. These should be probably the same thoughts you may have when you're growing something for the first time. And yeah, we're gonna learn this together. But yeah, look at all this stuff. And zucchini was pretty obvious. Cucumbers have been kind of obvious. Everything else to us is new. Got flowers everywhere. Starting to see all kinds of different things popping up. Some of them I don't even remember what I planted. Like, I got tags on everything, but yeah, it's kind of fun to grow this, and hopefully we learn as much as we can the first year. We'll make some mistakes, and we'll be even better at it next year. All right, guys, it's a little later in the day, and I'm getting fed up. Totally fed up. You know what I'm all fed up with? My cucumber plants. I've got tons of beautiful cucumber plants, and I'm not getting cucumbers, and I'm talking about in the greenhouse. So we're gonna be bumblebees. We're gonna take some Q-tips, you can show them here, and we're gonna play bumblebee with these cucumbers, because let me get this door open. Come on. Look at these plants are amazingly big. Look at all this. Flowers everywhere. But do you think there's any cucumbers? Heck no. So we're gonna hit some of these little flowers and see what happens. Alright guys, we got a Q-tip. Let's do a little pollinating. Alright guys, I went around and pollinated most of these little flowers the best I can. I feel like I need a cigarette, but I'm okay. Anyway, hopefully I can get these things to start kicking out a few more cucumbers. We'll see, but yeah, I get to be a bumblebee. Alright, since I was in here, I did go ahead and pull out the two snap peas and the shell peas, which gave me a couple more strings, which I definitely need because this thing is out of control. So I did my paintbrush little thing, tied up some more of my tomato plants because like I said, this year I did not prune these. I thought I'd see what happens if I didn't prune them, and of course in return you get yourself one heck of a jungle. But yeah, I've got a couple of tomatoes here. I think they can all wait till tomorrow to be pulled. But yeah, I even got another, looks like another turkey purple right there, ready to come out tomorrow. A couple down below here, and yeah, 'tis the season. So I think I got everything tied up till tomorrow, and hopefully we got a couple more that thing's all the way up to the top here. Hopefully we might get some cucumbers out of here, so that'd be kind of nice. Well guys, we're getting ready to wrap up our evening. Still gotta cook dinner. I got stuck working in the greenhouse, had to tie up a lot of stuff. Sherry got home, we fed the pigs and all that good stuff, and watered them good, played with them a little bit, and yeah, it was a nice evening. So guys, I want to thank you for watching. Please take the time to like, subscribe, and share our videos all over the whole wide world. We'd appreciate that. So yeah guys, weekend's coming, at least for us it is, and there will be plenty to do. Tomorrow we're going to be moving our paddocks and moving pigs. So yeah, that's going to be an exciting day. Anyway, talk to you later guys. Bye now.
This video is made possible by RangerRob Poopy Bags, available in Amazon right now. Thank you very much for watching our video. Please take the time to like, subscribe, and share our videos all over the whole wide world. Thanks.